Sean Pennington back for another quick formational with Solomon IT. This week, we're talking about password managers. There's a lot of them out there. Check into them because there are a few that have been breached repeatedly and passwords have gone out and people have had to change every single password that's being managed because they got out in plain text. And there's some important key components to a good password manager. Number one, you want to make sure that everything's encrypted in the cloud and not decrypted there. In other words, you don't want to have your password stored in plain text on the cloud server. You want it to be encrypted on the cloud server, and you want it to only be decrypted when you go to use it on your local computer using your master password. And that master password should be something that is very secure. We recommend at least 13 characters in length, but preferably if you can pull out a 21 character password and remember it, that is great. It'll take a hacker forever to be able to crack that password and get into your vault. And then we do recommend changing it every so often. Not monthly, that has kind of gone to the wayside, but every so often you need to change it. And you need to use all 4 character sets, right? But password managers are really great tools to allowing you to use different passwords at every website so that you can stay secure. And if one gets breached, not everything's lost. Just one password to change, one system to set up multi-factor authentication. And that's an important one. We'll get to multi-factor and 2-factor authentication later at another quick formational. But there's lots of different password managers out there. One thing that we would say is don't use the ones that are built into your web browsers. There is active threats that are targeting those, and they are really quick, and they are not a virus or anything else that will just exfiltrate that data up to a nefarious actor, and it's done. So we don't recommend using those. I actually recommend disabling those and using a third party. There's a bunch of them out there. I won't go into names because we don't want to tell anybody to use one or another, but look them up, see what their features are, make sure that it's been encrypted on the cloud and only clear text after you've logged in, and it's only decrypted on the client side at your computer, not in the cloud, right? Password managers are highly, highly, highly recommended. Not every MSP sells them or is a reseller of them. Not every MSP has one of their own, and that's okay. That is not something that I would say, hey, drop an MSP that doesn't have this. But I would say, ask them for their recommendation. We have our own recommendation. There's one that we resell. We use it ourselves. We like it. We think it's great. We continue to use it. It's secure, and it hasn't had a bunch of breaches. There are a few out there that have. One thing that MSPs should be doing is once you have a true password manager, they should try to work with you to disable the ones that are built into your browsers. And this can be done through group policy management and some other possible ways, but ultimately you want to disable those so that your staff don't end up using those and not using the actual password manager that you are paying for. That said, they do come free. They just don't have some of the nice enterprise level features that are very helpful for businesses and allow businesses to have control over passwords, especially shared passwords on shared accounts. So password management is a very important thing, but is it something to leave your MSP over? Certainly not. But we do recommend it, and we do recommend you do your homework. Ask your MSP if they've got one that they recommend. It would be a really good idea from your experts that you trust to get that information. And if they resell it, by all means, use it because it helps give them a little bit of access to be able to help you manage your actual individual user accounts without being able to see the passwords that you're using. It's a great little feature that most of the enterprise level password managers have. So, is it important? Yes. Get a password manager. Even if it's free, get a password manager and don't use the ones that are built into your web browsers. We're going to cut it right there because it's a quick formational. I'm Sean Pennington with Solomon IT. You have yourself a great weekend.